We're beginning to see. From this ignorance, at least, at last we are free. 1 and 1 is always 3. But where there is 1, we divide 1 in 2. Divide the whole into yours and mine.
Radiant team, ban.
Okay.
Dire team, ban. Radiant team, ban.
Hey guys, and welcome to the next RidditZ cast. It is being streamed on Twitch as well as, of course, in-game on Dota TV. Now, just want to say I'm casting on Nav Gaming's channel, so welcome to Nav Gaming being cast here on Twitch, and of course RidditZ being cast here on Dota TV. First ban out coming through from IFG. They forgot to actually put their name up here. First ban out from this time, they're actually going through for the Slug ban when Bravado decided to skip it and go through for that Nyx Assassin. That Nyx Assassin actually did not play that badly, getting 2 or 3 impels every single time. And after the 6.79C patch, that was actually quite difficult to do, especially since it's not tracking anymore. IFG going straight for that Slug ban, knowing full well Bravado will probably be picking it up. Bravado, like I said, Nyx ban out, and of course the Viper ban out as well. He picks that I did quite well with on the previous game, and IFG going for that Clockwork Donny ban out. Alchemist being picked up as well as a CM in the counter to the Bristleback. Not necessarily a counter, but you know, it is. The Bristleback was picked up first, so it is going to be a Donny Bristleback, Donny Bristle boss off lane, or we might even see him on a safe lane 1v1, which has happened quite a bit before. But anyway, Bravado taking their time now, picking up the Visage as their second pick. It is going through to the banning phase now. While it is, just quickly, if there's anything wrong with my voice, anything wrong with the stream, guys, please let me know. Like I said a couple times during the game, since I'm doing a solo and only on one screen today, I do not see the messages coming through that people do type. So give me a couple of minutes, I will be looking through them shortly. Bravado deciding to go for that Queen of Pain ban out mid. Now that's quite interesting. I actually don't know why they would, no, they might be going, I'm not gonna say it. Are they going to go? No, I doubt it. Maybe. Please go for the witch dog, the lion. Please go for the lion here, Bravado, please. Anyway, Bravado going through for that OD, the Outlaw Devourer ban out as well. So securing mid here by banning out the Queen of Pain and the OD. IFG banning out the Weaver once again against Bravado, and this time banning out the Venom motor so that they do not want the team control, the tempo control, the huge AoE, ulti and slow coming through from the Venom. Pick up the Timbersaw now as well. So they have a lot of burst, they have a lot of tankiness between the Alchemist and the Timbersaw. Now, of course, Bravado also has that with the Bristleback and the Visage's Cloakkeeper's Gravekeeper's Cloak. Cloakkeeper's Grave. Gravekeeper's Cloak can make Visage quite tanky, especially in the late game phase. Bravado, it's going to be interesting to see what they do decide to pick up. Do you go for the Sand King here? So we're going to see a Sand King mid maybe, or is it going to be a Visage, not a Visage mid, a Sand King support? It's going to be quite interesting. Just quickly having a look here on the Twitch channel. Give me a second. Okay, everything seems fine there. Burning Red from the CS cast from Nav Gaming side, an insanely good Counter-Strike caster. He's telling me to go and make him a drink. I think I should give him a quick call so that he can bring me something here, because I'm completely out of everything. I've got like a glass of water, that's it, in front of me. Anyway, any messages coming through?
Radiant team pick.
Okay, just told a couple of guys. Game 2 is up and running now, guys. IFG going for a hardcore lineup with a Slug, Timbersaw, and Alchemist. Very tanky. CM will be standing in the back in there in background with her ult as well. Lots of burst damage that can come through from IFG side. Very counter initiating at all. It's a huge counter initiation draft and a initiation draft with that Slaughter, the Alchemist, and the Timbersaw. Will Bravado give them that opportunity or not? Bravado going now for the Bristleback Visage Sand King. We still do not know yet what role that Sand King is going to play, if it's going to be a mid or a support role Sand King. Or even a roaming Sand King and Visage. I've seen that before because of the burst that the Sand King does put out. The slow, there's the Kunkka, so that Kunkka is going to be there. It is going to be a support Sand King and a support Visage coming through. Now they do a lot of burst damage together with the Sand King, especially if they go now for a mid gang with the Kunkka X, Torrent, the Sand King stun, and the Visage Soul Assumption. That will be a guaranteed kill. So from IFG side, they will have to play very, very, very cautiously. I mean, Suzuki will have to, if she's a little bit out of position when the supports are away, they will die. Now, IFG going through for a Puck ban out. That's a very interesting ban. Especially since you do see the Kunkka now. They might be thinking that the Kunkka is going to be playing in the #1 role, which I have seen Flares play before, but I actually don't think that Kunkka is going to be on these. Well, the Kunkka can still be, I mean, if it's a good bow torrent and a stun, they can still put something else in the mid role. Once again, Bravado going for another mid ban out. So that's 4 mids. Nyx Assassin is a mid or support. Going for a complete 4 to 5 ban outs just to secure the mid lane. That is a lot invested in securing mid. Now, that actually might point to Kunkka maybe going safe lane. They might be picking up something fun and unorthodox in the mid position. Maybe I'm hoping for that line pick. I doubt it, but I'm really hoping for it. Anyway, back to the draft. IFG taking some time now. They are going to be going into their reserve time, but they still have a lot of time left to actually make that pick. Once again, very tanky lineup. It's going to be interesting to see if they're going to be running the Alk as a support Alk or as a carry Alk. I think it's going to be a support Alk, support CM, offlane Timber, #1 role carry Slardar, and once again Bravado has taken out 5 mid, so IFG also taking out a mid here. So maybe they're busy deciding, are they going to maybe run the Timbersaw in the mid position, or are they actually going to try and pick up something else for that mid? Now, Necro has been played a bit mid, AA has been played a bit mid as well. There's still a couple of heroes that they can play, but against the Kunkka, the splash that is going to come from that. Once again, there's also a Dragonite, which will work very nicely, in my opinion, with IFG's lineup. The Dragonite, the tankiness of the Dragonite, the stuns, the burst that can come through from that, and giving them a little bit more push, because at this point they are lacking quite a bit, but they do decide to go for it. Azul.
Team pick.
So this is going to be a very interesting lineup here, going for very armor and negative armor related pickups. Basically a negative armor, negative armor aura, whatever you want to say, strat here, and it might actually work against Bravado. The Bristleback just tags up with HP as well because he has a lot of built-in armor. So I don't think that is necessarily there, but lots of bursts coming through. So very aggro pickups and, in my opinion, quite greedy from IFG. Bravado taking their time now as well, going through for their last pickup. Are we going to see? Okay, so it is going to be that number running against the Invoker. Oh, what? What? Okay, scratch that. Going to be the number 1 role Invoker. Running on the safe lane probably. As you see, RidditZ picking up the Sand King. And let's quickly run through the rest of the guys from Bravado. Frenzy going for the Kunkka mid. Flares running that number 1 role Invoker with Scant and RidditZ supporting him. Donny going straight to that offlane role. Here on IFG, it is going to be Sand Prawn on the Slardar. Phalanx on the Dazzle as well. It is going to be a support Adaslam running the Alchemist and a Timbersaw mid. So O'Malley also going top. So I actually Suzuki Adaslam actually going for that mid role and Suzuki rotating through to bot. This is going to be very interesting. I mean, we did see how they played, basically how they played previously. Very good on their rotations in the early game. No one actually being very aggressive. No one going for that first blood like we saw them do last week. And
30 seconds to
we just have to wait for everything to start up. I'm just going to hear folks on mid. Just going to quickly reply to a couple of messages. Everyone's saying sound is great. We have a couple of viewers on the Twitch stream, guys. Thanks a lot. I'm RidditZ. Welcome to Nav Gaming TV. Well, welcome to Nav Gaming being cast here, being Dota cast. Blah 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 blah. Let me stop that over again. Hi guys, I'm RidditZ. Welcome to Nav Gaming. Casting Dota 2 here on Dota TV and on Twitch. If you want to watch on Twitch itself, it is www.twitchtv.com/ I think Nav Gaming TV. So that's a little bit of a plug for myself. You can follow me on Facebook as well. It is facebook.com/RidditZDota. Please go and like my page, post your comments there, say what you want to say, good, bad. I'm open to everything. Let me know. This is going to be a very interesting lineup here mid. Let's actually open up the last hits and the denies because Frenzy is going to take a lot of damage to start off with, but that's just he gets his bottle. Addison going for that acid spray to try and spam him out as early as possible. Scant rotating here, getting that ward behind. Okay, this might be bad. Scant running away. The pings do come out, but I don't think they will be able to catch him. O'Malley is busy running. Scant does not have a TP. He does not have anything. Scant will be able to get the freeze off on him. He does get the freeze off. Phalanx is there. He goes as well for his poison touch. They are going to go on, but they will not be able to get anything done on Scant. Scant saving his skills and, well, you know, saving his spell skill just to make sure he does get that grave till. He's going to go up. Is Phalanx going to get that last hit? No, he's going to give it up to the radio, to the Dire itself, and going straight towards that tower. So RidditZ actually dying there. He does TP straight mid again. I think he wants to gank on mid, but he is still level, only has that slow up and running. Bottom lane, it is a Timbersaw versus Flares. Flares sitting on 7 is basically equal at that, at this point. Once again, Scant running up here into Scant is going to be out. The CM is actually going to be slowed. Everyone's going in on Scant. There is going to be an Adastam is there with his stun, but the Dazzle gets that last pick up, and that is Scant dying twice now in a row in the exact same place. I don't think he should go back though. Anyway, Sand King getting some nice form up here with his Sandstorm. He is still level 1 though. It is going to take a while for him to get anything further up. Top lane, Donny doing quite well for himself, sitting at a 6-1 at that, at this point. against the Slaughter, which is a 6-4-0. So Donny's 7-4-4 now. Donny not doing too badly. It seems like Scant is busy going back bot. He does not want to run through on that mid lane again and die again.
Denied.
But at this point, both teams taking it very passively. It's not like the first game where everyone was just like running all over each other, ganking, rotating, counter-initiating. Very passive at this point. Sand King getting his triple stack, quadruple stack off now. As soon as that Sandstorm hits level 2, probably he will be going for that one. The pings are coming off on the courier as well. Nothing else happening that much. O'Malley busy running around. Pulls are actually happening here from Scant. Scant wants to get that level 2 up. It is 3.5 minutes in the game, so like I said, very passive, not that much happening. There might be a gang coming through. Phalanx and O'Malley are here. Is there a smoke up? There is actually, so they might just stand back here and smoke. They have to just be very careful that they don't catch Adastam in as well. But Phalanx running through, they are being spotted here. It is still before the 4-minute mark. So this is quite interesting. The Alchemist is busy running through. He does get the stun on the Kunkka, but his supports were nowhere to be found. They are busy rotating top. They might actually want to go for Donny, but I don't think they have enough to kill him. No, yeah. And once again, the wards are placed here and here, so everything being spotted now for both teams. And I'm just quickly going to get a quick drink of water. Give me a second. Okay, there you go. Things are coming up on Donny top. Donny does not have enough mana for a TP. They are going in. The Slaughter manages to get the stun. O'Malley has to wait for that freeze. No, he goes straight for the freeze. They're going to go in. Another stun coming through from Adastam going, and Donny dies to the Alchemist. Good rotation coming up top. Double damage ruin, and that stun actually making it worthwhile sending mid top to actually get that gang. Taking out 4 heroes to go top, and Timbersaw actually rotating mid because the Invoker seems like sitting on 22 for 8. Timbersaw only on 13 for 2, so Flair's doing very well in that regard. Adastam wanting to get that stun off on the Kunkka. Kunkka doing very well. Frenzy running away to the side so that they can't really initiate any further. Getting a good torrent off. He's going to probably get the splash off as well. Gets the Tidebringer off and decides to back out straight away. Donny still, I mean, the top three players here on Bravado getting the most farm in the game, but very passive in regards to the first game. Donny being very aggressive here. He's just going straight for it. Keeps on stacking his sticky nip bomb and just keeps on spamming. Nearly actually gets Phalanx, but he decides to back it out. He was aggressive enough, and sitting with that bottle is actually helping him out, keeping the mana issues that Bristleback does that early game very much in check. Phalanx straight back up to full HP, and everyone back to farming again. I'm a bit disappointed. I was hoping for a huge wombo lineup coming through from Bravado for this game too, especially with the new patches. I was hoping like for Magnus Lion type of combo, but it seems like we're not actually going to get that. Alchemist is picking up the bottle, and like I said, it's quite a passive lineup here. But if you actually quickly have a look at the Sand King, Sand King's still level 2. He's just busy pushing. He doesn't really care. He's using his Sandstorm. He could have just as well got both of these off with his Burrow Strike, but he is waiting to get that level 2, to get that level 3, which he has got now. It is now level 2 Sandstorm, so he will be going for that huge stack. But check these stacks that he's actually getting off there. That one is sitting at max duration, if I'm not mistaken, and he will be getting a lot of farm very soon. Bunny top, pulling up the creeps, making sure he gets some of the neutrals as well. He's just going to be pulling this. Is he going to wait or just pull it straight into his creep? He's going to pull it behind, straight to his tower, and he's actually going to get that farm up as well. Did he manage that? He did not manage to get this one. But anyway, there it is, Sandstorm. This is a very, very slow bowl. I don't want to see this too much in pubs where everyone just goes with the Sand King. But this is one of the nice things about the latest Sand King patch is the Sandstorm AoE is very long. So getting some nice farm up here, both teams getting farm up. They might actually want to go on Kunkka here. They still have a... No, they don't have the smoke anymore. Come on guys, I want a little bit more action. I like shouting, I like screaming, but both teams playing it very cautiously. Whoa, that was close. That was very close. Suzuki not judging that correctly, but Radiant getting up his level 4 now, slowly but surely. He will have his blink probably at that 10-minute mark. Mid lane, is anything going to happen here on Frenzy? The stun is being channeled up. They are busy facing as Adestam's going through, and the stun lands on Frenzy, but they decide to back off. There was even more support coming through from the CM. I actually think they could have gone for that if they wanted to. Maddie sees the Visage, but he has haste. He's busy running around. Support coming in from Frenzy as well, but I think they should know with the haste rune they won't really be able to do anything. And at this point, Invoker is doing very well. Hand of Midas already up. Just a little bit of damage coming through from Suzuki onto Suzuki. Flares missing on that Sunstrike. Very well done though. I mean, getting the Timbersaw down to like 0 HP in only a couple of hits. Top lane, they might actually be going on to Donny here. Let's see if they do get this gank right. IFG sitting though 4 for 2 basically at this point, but Goldgraph sitting heavily in BBD's favor. There is the stun coming through on a Bristleback. Bristleback will be dropping here. One last hit from the Slardar. Slardar sitting though, he will get his Vanguard up pretty soon. Anyway, Bravado sitting comfortably at a 2,000 gold lead. Looking very different to the first game where they were tied in kills, but, well, not really tied in kills, but the gold graph was like sitting at 1,000 gold or less, and the XP graph as well. At this point, even though Bravado are 2-5 behind, their XP is sitting at 3k and their gold is sitting at over 2k as well. So Bravado doing what they need to do in regards to getting the gold up. And does that actually mean there is a Blink Dagger up on the Sand King, and he does have level 6, so we'll probably start seeing a little bit more team fights and everything happening now. If I was IFG, the thing is they know that they are farming here, and they're getting a lot of stacks up. So maybe just go and ward up in the bush a bit, get a couple smoke ganks, kill that Sand King, kill that Visage, because they're getting way too much of this bush. Visage only sitting, well then again, Visage actually did die quite a bit, but Visage only sitting on boots. Don't know if anything is waiting in the base for him. Top lane, Donny trying to dive a tower again, but he is tanky. But he's not going to actually do anything further about that. Slaughter sitting at 2,100 gold. He can go and pick up that Vanguard if that is actually what he wants to do, or if he wants to go straight into that blink. But more supports coming through as well. Well, that's why Mars going through. And a Stam is here as well. They do go into Donny. The Timbersaw comes through, chains through, chakrams through, and dead. In without the Alchemist needing to do anything, and a Sunstrike coming through, not actually hitting anyone. Sand King comes through with a huge episode, catching up 2 people, and the Sword is actually also going to go down, but Adestam gets a stun off on the Sand King as well. The Solar Sunshine comes through onto the Alchemist, and he actually manages to get back. So that's a 3-for-1 trade. A huge epicenter coming through from the Sand King. Sand King sitting at very low HP. Luckily there's not an Invoker on the other team. But that was huge from Bravado. Very well played, baiting it out. Donny was dead already, but they knew everyone was bundled up right here. Sand King channeling up his strike, his epicenter and his burrow strike, getting the blink off as well. Very well done. Getting the pickoffs that they actually needed. Now everyone's going back to just normal play. Donny deciding he's actually going to start chasing here. There's a stun being channeled up from the Alchemist. More TPs coming through as well. Donny might actually die here. Another and the Slardar goes in with the stun, but the Dazzle takes the kill. So Slardar going through for that blink instead of Gang City. You know what? Slardar going for that blink instead of the Vanguard, going through for the kills, wanting to actually get some more movement up on their side. Sand King coming through, blink, stun, huge torrent, everyone dies. Sorry, gangbang. Okay, city bitch gang. Okay, language as language. I'm the only person allowed to swear here. But anyway, the rock got dropped, or the meteor got dropped, everything got dropped. Huge stun coming out there from the Sand King, and I just have to say once again, huge team play, huge combos from Bravado. I think they were just waiting for that Sand King blink jack to come up. They're gonna start pushing through slowly but surely, and Radiant getting huge stuns, huge burrow strikes with that combo of his. Double damage rune. Is Radiant going to juke it? Nah. He's going to give it through to players. They might actually go through onto top. They have to get this top tower. They actually did not even see a Roshan on the previous game. I'm quite disappointed about that. Okay, at this point, the Alchemist, he does have his full boots up. He's sitting at close to 1,000 gold. So he is getting his gold slowly but surely, but he does not have a single level in Grievous Creed, so it is taking quite a while. Whereas Kunkka has just picked up his urn and his Shadowblade. Top, just a ward being placed there, very well placed there from O'Malley as well. But at this point, Bravado's just pushing forward, doing what they need to do, and the Sand King's just chilling behind. He's probably going to pick up his mana boots now, or not. At this point, Bravado, two people from Bravado top. It is Flares, it is Donny. They might actually be a little bit out of position here, but everyone gets scouted out. Adastan's actually just running straight through. He starts channeling up his stun. He's going through. The stun lands on Flares. Flares is going to drop straight away. Phalanx getting that kill again. And they are trying to push further. I do not think they should go any further. Sand King comes in with another huge, okay, not really that huge, but it's another epicenter. Good stun, getting the kill up on the slaughter. Now Donny's counter initiates. Stun is being channeled up by the Alchemist. No, sorry about that. O'Malley goes through with a huge ulti. Langs coming through, casting that shallow grave onto the CM and making sure the CM comes out alive. So sorry about that. Not IFG. IFG doing very well. Huge plays coming through from them. Another stun, Scan dying again, and a 4-for-1 trade-off. Blue's ruining my Dota. These guys from Bravado, they like joking around in game. I like this. But huge, okay, that's another cold snap. Meteor coming through. Flares will get the solo kill up on the Alchemist. Maybe 4-star coming out. One more hit. That's the big thing about the Alchemist is if he is, well, okay, Flares actually might drop here. Stun strike coming through, lands on both of them, but Slaughter manages to get the stun off. Sand King comes straight back in with another burrow strike of his own. Adastan busy channeling up his own stun. He's going to pop it onto Donny. The Slaughter comes in, gets 2 more stuns, and Suzuki wants to counter initiate. Donny's sitting on low HP. Are they going to go on it? Slaughter has his blink in 3, 2, 1. He is just going to go in. Never mind. Blink and the stun. He does not get his stun off. He should have actually blinked and gone for that stun straight away. But at this point, he wanted to go in straight for the normal bash and, well, Slithering Crush. But Phalanx is actually going to drop here because of that. That's the thing, guys. If there is a hero, or if you are playing against a team like Bravado, you get the kills. You don't try and wait for it. Just get the kills, get back. If you had blinked in and crushed, you actually would have been able to survive. Very, very, very close. It might have been that his blink was still a little bit on cooldown while the Sand King came in to save them. But well played from both teams there. IFG getting huge pickups but staying around a little bit too long and getting counter picked off straight away. Brent's using here, he does have a shadow, so he will be able to get out of there alive. And at this point, Radiant, aka Sand King, aka no PVD, he is just busy farming up. I think he actually wants that level 2 epicenter before he goes in. Roughly around 12 people watching on the Twitch stream. Oh wait, epicenter coming through, going on to Adastam. Adastam is in his ulti form, so he will heal up very fast. Good shallow grave coming through. Check that health coming through from the Alchemist, healing himself up straight away. Dazzle as well, healing himself up. This is actually dropping and my mouse is freaking out completely. So IFG getting another good pick off, but that's it. That Alchemist setting on that level 2 chemical rage. The heals are just insane. Okay, another kill there from Bravado coming through. The X working. The Chaos Meteor as well being dropped on his head, as well as a torrent, killing the CM straight away. So once again, standing around just a little bit too long. Suzuki shift queuing as well. Stun coming through as well from the Sand King. Huge boat coming through. Is it going to land it? It catches Phalanx, and it catches the Alchemist at a stamp. Now they want to counter initiate. I don't know who to follow on. I'm going to follow on Phalanx. Phalanx, one more hit. Very close. He actually nearly managed to TP out, but he was X'd as well. So another pick off coming through from Bravado. Once again, actually just staying a little bit too long there on the team fights. They need to get their pick out. They need to get back straight away. And Bravado is deciding, well, they actually want to... No. But why did you blink? Okay. Anyway, there is a level 2 epicenter up on the Sand King this time. They will get this tower. They will probably back. And maybe we will see them move into Roche. Or are we going to try and see a pick off? They're like standing right on top of each other. Okay, here comes Slaughter. He's going straight onto... They're like looking... Okay, I think that might have been a bug on my side. I did not say anything. Chaos Meteor gets dropped. Flares is nearly down. Very... Not a lot of HP left. One more last hit coming through from Adderstam. And Flares actually does drop. The Sand King did buy back for that one. There's another kill coming through on the Bristleback as well. Are they going to keep on chasing? The Sand King did buy back for that, but they decide, okay, they're not going to keep on chasing onto it. Frenzy is here if he wants to counter the shit, but he does not have the backup. We might even see IFG moving straight in for this tier 1 tower and then 3-2 rush. Oh, sorry about that. I'm stuttering now a little bit. My throat is so and raw. But anyway, guys, coming up. Actually, there is a boat coming through. It will actually hit no one, but the Kunkka's boat is sitting, well, the cooldown of Kunkka's boat is ridiculously low. It is, wrong one, there you go. It's 50 seconds at its level 2, and IFG maybe quickly wanting to push in a Roche here, but the Kunkka will see it, so they will know if they're going to rush, and I don't think they should, because the Sand King will have his Bar Strike, strike up. Okay, they decide to actually go straight. My mouse looks weird. I don't know. My mouse is freaking out. Anyway, Sand King does have his epicenter up. Farood, but up, they will get killed off. Familiar is going straight through to actually keep an eye over Roche. They know it's not there. Standing or basically saving themselves up here. Sunstrike coming through as well. No one is at Roche. Everyone's just busy farming up the stack that was here. We look at the kills, guys. It is sitting on 7 for 0 for Kunkka. Donnie's sitting on 2 for 6. 7 for 3 on Adderstam on that mid Alchemist, and a 4 for 4, 7 for 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, 0, 2 bold, well, kill score on IFG. Very close game at that at this point, but Bravado, this is the tail of the tape. Bravado sitting on 10,000 gold difference. Middle towers just dropped and 7,500 experience. They might actually go through for a counter initiation. Stun coming through from Alchemist. Slaughter's running in as well. Crazy might die for the first time here. And the Slaughter chasing up the Sand King. Sand King's just there. Slaughter just going stun him. Okay, he does not want to do that. They actually want to get back. It's a 1-for-1 trade. It's a Kunkka for a Dazzle trade. Sorry about that, Frenzy. I just jinxed you. I was busy saying that you've not died once so far, and then you go and you die. Either I jinxed you or you're doing that on purpose just to make sure that I wasn't saying the right thing. One of you. Yeah. Okay, everyone. A couple guys want shout outs, so I'm going to give a shout out to Team Memory. Thank you for standing in while we were at the MSSA Nationals end of last year. Thanks a lot for that, buddy. And in the last one, shout out to you guys. Shout out to my friends and family for supporting me. No, I'm joking. Anyway, guys, back to the game. Just had a look at the Twitch chat and stuff. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them or whatever. Suzuki going in, that was actually very dangerous, because if the Invoker actually cold snaps in there, which he does have, he probably would have died. The support is coming up from IFG, but they do decide to, Bravado decides to back off, TP down mid. They want to go on Adderstam. Adderstam is in his chemical rage form, probably only for a couple more minutes. Is there going to be an epicenter actually channeled up? There is not. They decide to back out. Visage Familiar is drawing a lot of creep aggro, well, a range creep aggro. That's very weird. And everyone decides to go back and farm. Visage sitting on very low HP. Luckily, once again, they don't have his use or an Invoker to punish that. For those of you wondering, sorry, I just quickly had another sip of water. For those of you wondering who I am RidditZ. I am casting on behalf of Nav Gaming. You will be seeing quite a lot of us during the DGL. We will be casting CSGO, League of Legends, Dota, and maybe a couple more as well. Burning Red will be handling up the CSGO side. Everyone in the CS community knows him. I just want to give him a big shout out as well. Say thank you for allowing me to be part of Nav Gaming TV, and let's make this a good year. Other people have been asking me once again why I'm not casting in Afrikaans. I will be casting in Afrikaans for the DGL. This is the JOINDota League itself, so that's why I'm casting in English right now. And let's get back to the game. IFG went for a smoke gank. They did not get it. They decided to go straight for that last, well, for the bottom tier 1 tower. Problem is there's still a top tier 1 which is sitting on full HP. Bravado has complete map control. And at this point, IFG don't really have an answer. They're just going to group up now and try to push as 5. And I think that is all they can do until they have to go back and defend their...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're deciding to go straight for that tier 3 tower, for that Drax. Timberstorm might be able to keep them away a little bit. They might want to just make sure to get this tier 2. Here comes the TPs. They might go straight in for a counter initiation. Are they going to go? Are there any other blinks coming through? Where's the Alchemist is running in Shadowblade with his stun being channeled off. Is he actually going to throw it? He does not. So he stuns himself. I'm quite surprised that the Slardar did not sprint in to actually go for that pickoff, because they saw 2 people rotating bot.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they might have been able to get a pickoff either on Frenzy or on the Invoker. So playing it a little bit safe. Since they do know that are still in this, but looking at the gold graph, 10,000 gold, 7,500 experience, they have to try something drastic sooner or later. The kill count does not actually say what is going on in this game, because all the tiles except for the last tier 2 tower here is down on IFG side. Bravado still have both of their tier 1 tower up. Bravado having complete map control. Looking at the items though, Kunkka sitting on his crit, his Shadowblade, earn as well, and 3,000 gold. So he's actually going straight for that Daedalus, which he will have. It's 24 minutes in Shadowblade, earn, boots, and Daedalus. Donnie's side, you see he is sitting on a Vanguard, normally a Cloak. He does have, though, however, his Blade Mail up, so that will give him a lot more tankability. Speaking of that, they might want to go in, but I think they were a little bit too fast on that move, and Donnie managed to get back out. Invoker has his Agonist up, he has his Force Staff up, he has his Hand of Midas up. Once again, a Hand of Midas proving itself very useful. Adastam coming in with his star, no, just back out, he's going to stun himself. Crystal Maiden is going to drop here, he does get healed, but is he going to put a Shallow Grave on him? He is. Stun Strike's going through. Stun Strike's missing. Stun actually hits through from the Sand. Sand King does have his epicenter. If they do want to counter the shed, they do not decide to go in there. So once again, missed opportunities coming through from IFG side. Let's look at the IFG's items a bit. Slaughter does have his blink up. He has his boots up and his armlet. 25 minutes in, he is struggling a bit with his item progression. Timbersword did, I think, recently only managed to pick up his Bloodstone, but with not a lot of kills coming through, I don't know if that's actually going to help them out that much. Usually you want to go for a Bloodstone if you see that there's a lot of kills happening. Oh, what? Sorry. On that side. Anyway, IFG's last tower actually being dropped there. Alchemist, the only person with a substantial amount of farm. He is sitting 4th on the lost hits and denies. Let's actually have a look at the network. Alchemist sitting 3rd on the board. So top 2 go to Bravado, that is the Kunkka and the Invoker. Then it goes to the Alchemist, and then once again the next 2 heroes are for Bravado, which is Donnie and Radiant. Then only IFG comes into play. Bristleback got the Aegis, so we will probably be seeing a huge team fight coming through shortly, or he's just deciding to go in and push up on his own. AAO Dota team from South Africa. They asked me for a shout out. They said they're all watching the game. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I will be bringing you guys a lot more casting in English and in Afrikaans within the next couple of weeks as well, since the DGL is starting next week. So shout out to you guys. Hope you guys follow me more. Please go and like my Facebook page. It is www.facebook.com/RidditZdota. All my casts will be put on there, as well as any interesting news that I do see. I don't spam the channel or the page a lot, except for, if there's new patches. I gave a link to the patches, etc. Otherwise, it's mostly just there to say when I am going to be casting again. Top lane, Adestam might actually want to go through for this tower, but the tower is sitting on full HP, and I think VIZIJ might be able to draw him out a little bit, casting out the slow arm scan, running in very aggressively, running in past the target. Seems like I'm missing everything here going on. Donnie might drop here, but he has the Aegis. Crystal Maiden is causing a huge ulti there with a shallow grave as well, and Suzy-Q is trying to counter initiate, but Flares is still there. Donnie's still there. Suzy-Q misses the latch, and it is a 3-for-1 trade. 2 buybacks coming out now, and Bravado actually deciding to back up. Frenzy does get ulti. Huge, yeah, okay, everything going wrong now. Counter initiations happening. There is the EMP. Check the mana that gets drained, and Flair is in Ghost Walk, but they can't see him. They do get that pick off. It's a 4-for-3 trade with 2 buybacks, so not that bad for Bravado, but most important thing from IFG is they managed to keep the Rax alive. Rax is sitting at half HP. Donnie said this game is intense. I think they actually needed the VIZIJ to be there. They were fighting 4v3 the whole time. So stop ruining my Dota blue. Anyway, everyone's going back. I think they're just enjoying this game for the last couple of minutes. Adestam's not doing too badly. Increasing his net worth. He's still roughly around that 3-4 mark. I think he might actually be going for his BKB. That might be a little bit of a game changer. Donnie, he's just running in there, doing what Donnie does, tax up everything. But anyway, back to the thing. Follow my Facebook page, guys. Really appreciate it. They want to go for a counter for a kill on Donnie, but the Void here actually manages to scout them out and see that they are pushing up. Donnie backs out as well. Slaughter getting up a double damage run. Are they going to actually use it? Are they going to go on a kill, or try and get a kill off on the VIZIJ? VIZIJ, after those early 2 dies, he is still sitting on a 3-for-6, third bottom on the net worth, but still sitting higher than both of IFG's support. So that's quite big for Bravado itself. Let me just quickly have a look here. It seems like Alchemist has actually jumped to the 2nd highest net worth. So Alchemist is really farming up quite nicely now. He really wants to get that Shadow Blade up. Here comes VIZIJ's ulti, Aghanim Scepter. So we are going to see 3 familiars up. That's why VIZIJ was busy pushing top alone. 3 familiars do quite a lot of damage, especially if they want to push. So they might actually want to wait for Rush, which should be up in around 4 or so minutes. And then after the Rush, they will probably go in for the for a level of Rax. People asking if they have to actually pay to watch this game, since it is a JOINDota League game. You do not have to buy a ticket. You can just click on me and watch, or you can just go on to Nav Gaming, of course, if you guys are already here. Nav Gaming TV, Twitch channel. Seems like Bravado might actually want to go for a pickup here. There is a smoke. They want to catch out someone here, but the 3 familiars are on Adestam. They're using him as bait. Here comes the initiation. Frenzy goes. He casts the X onto Adestam. Adestam starts channeling his ulti. The rook gets dropped, the meteor gets dropped, Deafening Blast is there, O'Malley actually drops through, Epicenter coming through from the Sand King, Raiden getting the damage, casting the smoke as well. So it's going on to Adestam. Adestam does get slowed up quite a lot there. Sunstrike happening. Sunstrike actually does land onto the Slaughter. The X happens, or the X gets cast onto Adestam, the Alchemist as well. He does get brought back, and the Alchemist does drop. Last person alive is Suzy-Q. Suzy-Q might though drop. Donnie is busy chasing. He just cast his... okay, Donnie managed to get that last double kill. He got that with his Blade Fury as well, and it is a team wipe for Bravado. Buyback coming out from the Slaughter. Don't know if he can actually do much. I think it's just going to be one last ditch effort. He might just want to go for flares. But the X, the Blink, the Torrent, the stuns, the whirlwind, the tornado, they're going onto Slaughter. Flares might actually drop. He throws himself up. Another stun, catching two or catching one. The meteor gets dropped again. Flags cost his shallow grip on himself. They want to kill one person. They can't kill the invoker. So going on to the CM. CM actually is going to drop as well. Who gets that? It is the Timbersaw and the G's will probably fall now. Sunstrike comes. It's an X Sunstrike. Don't know where that's where he tried to latch on there. But Timbersaw manages to get a kill. He gets a double kill. But the VIZIT might be able to get a kill up here. No, VIZIT actually drops Slaughter, gets the kill, and he gets stunned out. So, not losing the entire rack. Slaughter still giving chase to flares. Very well done from him. He uses his ulti, 5 seconds, then will have his blink. He just needs to continue on running, but I don't know what he was doing there. He's going to go over here. He gets the bash. He probably will get the kill on the invoker. That was actually not badly done, making sure that he will not get caught in a deafening blast, in an EMP or in anything. The familiars are not going to be able to get stun off on him either. And Slaughter, I keep on wanting to say something. Slaughter manages to have alive and actually get that kill on the invoker. So maybe not GG's. I called it maybe a bit early. Let's quickly just have a look at the gold graph itself. It is though sitting on 20,000 experience and just under 20,000 just under 20,000 experience, 20,000 gold lead. Now in the pre 6.79 patches, how the Chinese teams basically used to work is they will not go up for a racks or to try and end until they were 20k gold in front. Now that is when we used to have an average of 40, 50, 60 minute Dota in the Chinese scene. As soon as they were 20k gold in front, that's only when they would start pushing. But since the latest patches, the game is a lot faster. Games usually don't last that 50, 60 plus minute mark. And you don't usually see that. Now the reason why I'm saying this 20k mark is, okay, hold that thought. They might actually go onto the Slaughter here. Donny has his blade mail up. The stun goes onto Donny. Donny, strike again, hits two of them, but Donny is going to drop, and the Alchemist manages to get that kill. Donny, he's going to take on the whole team. He won't be able to do that. Anyway, the reason why I was talking about that 20,000 gold lead is the chance of you actually losing on that is very slim, unless you make a couple of huge mistakes. It has happened before where a team wipes another team while they're trying to rags, pushes up, gets a tower, does it again. The problem is this tower and this tower. They will have to probably go mid if they do get a full team wipe, but they'll have to first go through one tower. They might be able to get 2 towers before Bravado's back, plus Bravado will probably have buybacks. Let's actually have a look at that. The buyback status is it's going to be on for the majority of the Bravado team very, very, very soon. So they'll be able to get 2 towers. Bravado, if they are not back yet, they will buy back. They'll be able to defend. IFG will have to get another full team wipe there before they go again. Then Bravado will probably buy back. So it's a very long road for them to actually come back. But it does seem like they are 5 manning this. They are trying to push up. I cannot see anything on the minimap anymore because Donny is busy drawing on everything. I hear things happening. Suzy Q, he does Timber Soul, well he does Timber Chain himself. Familiars actually go through, double stun coming through on the Slaughter, but the Sand King is going to channel up his epicenter, but he gets stunned off, so no epicenter coming through. Both coming through, missing in on everyone. Adestam is going to make it out alive. So no kills coming through for any one of the teams. Okay, Slaughter might actually drop here. He probably is going to get a... No, he's just going to drop out dead. He turned around, he had a quick look, and then he tried to get back, and that's where he got caught out. Bottom tower was denied. Which tower was that? I don't know. He denied. Okay, Timbersaw denied the tower. They do want to get the millions, but they won't be able to. Donny! What are you doing, Donny? What are you doing, Donny? Donny going straight for end. He can't stop his... he's closing up his blade mode. He wants to go onto Adestam. Adestam gets X back. He gets thrown up as well by the torrent. Everything's happening. The deafening blast, the torrent, but Timbersaw has a BKB, so Nothing really happening that much yet. Both coming through, missing as well. Addison charging up his stun. Who's he gonna actually hit? He's gonna hit two people there. The X is gonna bring him back though. Timbersaw does get a kill. He does get a dominating kill as well. And the dust goes off. Donnie's still there though. Donnie wants to get another kill. And he actually does manage to, I think. The Sand King wanted to get that kill up, but does not manage to. Radiant looking for that last kill still. Suzuki coming in. Donnie manages to get up his blade mail as well. Timbersaw getting another kill. Huge epicenter coming through now as well. Getting a kill off on two of them, three of them. They're going through onto Suzuki. Suzuki might drop. No, he does not. So huge team fights as well. And Slaughter picking off the Visage Familiars. Does he have resummon? He does not. That's a problem. But anyway, not losing any more Raxes here. Oh, what the hell was that? Not losing any more Raxes, but the Slaughter needs his BKB up, I think, before they can actually do anything, and he needs to try and get that from somehow. Oh boy, my throat is so. But anyway. Guys, let's have a quick look at the items where blah 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 blah. Wrong one. Ah, shit. This side. Okay, okay, wait. There's a Sunstrike landing. It hits on the CM, but not much actually happens there. Looking at the items, we do see the Bloodstone on the Timbersaw. It did drop quite a bit previously, but he did manage to get his Bloodstone charges back up. The gold earned at this point sitting at way over 20,000 gold lead for Bravado, but Crystal Maiden picking up a Sanjay as well, getting a little bit more tanky, a little bit more beefy. Two BKBs already up for Adastam and the Timbersaw. We are waiting on the Slaughter's BKB. I think that will be the big difference if they do have, well, if they can manage to get a team fight. But I'm managing to pick up that Heaven's Halberd now eventually. Visage picking up a blink. No. They might want to go in here for a pick off. There is a tornado coming through. He is going to try and stun, but I think the Slaughter should not have got in there. He does get Shadow Graved up, but he will still probably die. The X is there. It is going to bring him back. X, he manages to blink out. That was very close. Flares might actually drop here. Adastam getting the kill up on Flares. Any more initiations happening? No, they decide to back up. But is he going to try and get this hit on the Slaughter? Slaughter blinks in. He knows that he has to try and find a way here. Otherwise, is there a Sunstrike coming through? No, there is not. Yeah, that was very fast. The Sand King picked up the Aegis. Slow. But still, that Slaughter does not have his B, and that is the big problem for him. Very lucky there. The trader still manages to actually catch Timbersaw. EMP is also going to catch him. It's going to take around a quarter to a third of his mana away. Now Donnie just goes in straight. He's going to call up his blade mail. He's going to run in. I'm quite surprised Donnie didn't go for a blink. Adastam trying to get a quick stun off, so he can't get a pick off. But they did not manage to get that. The Forge Spirits, as you guys can see, the armor of the Forge Spirits has dropped down to 2. I think it was from 7 or something ridiculous like that. But I think Bravado's just going to wait for these creep waves to actually push up. No, I hear an X. BKB's come up off the Alchemist. Alchemist busy hitting. He hits hard. The Slaughter still does not BKB. Slaughter might actually drop. He does get healed. Huge epicenter coming through from the Sand King as well. He's going in. O'Malley is going to drop on the CK, and Suzuki trying to do as much as he can to whoever he can. Slaughter, not Slaughter. Alchemist is going through on the stun, and might actually drop here. Alchemist drops. Very low damage or very low life. Donnie sitting also on the life. GG is now coming through from them. I think the Timbersaw wants to get another pick off. He blinks back into the base. It is GG. Well played, Bravado coming through 2-0 against IFG. Well played from both teams. It was very fun to cause. For those of you that don't know who I am, please follow me on, I will type it down now, www.facebook.com/RidditZ. He's like an odd diving race. What? That doesn't sense. Anyway, in, he wants to get a kill, but he has the Aegis, so he will go on there. Good game, guys. Well played. It was very fun to cast. O'Malley wants to get another kill off. No, it is actually Suzy Q going through. Suzy Q on a wicked streak, sitting on 13 bloodstone charges, quite hard. And they're like saying rude.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Rudest caster. Shittest casters ever in the history of Dota. Sorry about that, guys. I just want to give a shout out there. Anyway, guys, shout out to Donny the Beast, Miss Offlaner. I have to say, those very well played. IFG are in the Premier Division for DGL as well, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how they actually grow as a team and how they stay together and what they're going to do in the future, because they played very well in the beginning. Their counter movements were very good. A little bit of indecision in some of the team fights, but I do see that IFG give them another couple of months together, let them play together a little bit more, and we will start seeing a lot more coming through from IFG. They played very well today, I have to say. Bravado, this is the Bravado team where Donny Flares and C moved over from EN to the Bravado side with Scant and Radiant. So this is their team. Unfortunately, Seam is not playing today. Frenzy is subbing for them. So Bravado at this point, I think they have the strongest team. They did match up against Nitty last week as well. Unfortunately, I could not cast that match. So that is going to be a very interesting matchup to actually follow, and it's sort of like a grudge match between the two. But at this point, Bravado looking very, 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 very strong, especially their late game descent. Get your eyes checked. Make creeps and nomads for my eyes said. Shut up. Yeah, basically, like I said, they could have finished this game a little bit earlier. They could have finished it now, but they decided not to. But giving us a little bit more time to focus on them. DGL, guys, is starting next week, so by all means, please go like my Facebook page. I'm plugging myself a lot, but I will be casting a lot of they're streaming them on Twitch as well as in-game. Sunstrike, hitting. That's it. Adastam saying no. Anyway, DGL is starting next week, so shout out to all the teams that are going to be taking part in the DGL this year. It's going to be a very interesting year for Dota across South Africa. I think O'Malley's going to drop here. He does get well, Adam goes to get a huge 2-man stun. Going through, Flares is actually going to drop down. Flares, Frenzy, I mean, are they going on him? The BKB is up on the slot. We're going to see a huge turnaround coming through. Radiant catching with a huge epicenter onto 3 people. Addison getting shallow graved up. Donny is actually going to drop here as well. Maybe. No, he's not. Scan decides, no, he's just going to run away. He's not going to do anything. He gets 3 stuns. And that was a huge fight for IFG. Donny staying a little bit too long. Suzy Q managing to actually get that pick up. Rush still going to be roughly around 3 minutes time. Quickly having a look there.
Dire's agent is under attack.
Does Visage have familiars? No, Visage actually resummoned, so is he going to get... No, he's not.
Dire's agent is under attack.
Yeah, there's a little bit of banter coming out through from Donny. He's saying they're going to smoke up and come through for the end. But IFG getting some huge pickoffs here at the end. Eventually when they managed to start getting some items up, they actually managed to start getting some team fights up as well. I hear... Okay, Frenzy's running in. Acting himself. Shadowblade X, run in, hit the top, go back and run away. Some troll Dota coming out now. They really want to get these familiars. These familiars are causing them a lot of trouble. Another X, BKB, he goes in. Oh, he BKB'd himself. Going through for the end. Frenzy is going to die. Anyway, that was funny. Smoke's coming through from Donny now as well. I think they might just run in with the smoke and go for end to see what they can do. Q. Gonna get it. Is he gonna get anything on Flares? No. Flares decides to just run away. Flares has 2 exhorts flying around him and 1 Vex, so doing quite a bit of damage. And a stun. Gonna get a stun off. They do not have any vision. No. And he runs straight into the bush.
Is under attack.
Ancient under attack. IFG trying to defend it, leaving the supports there. Flanks is struggling to get that hit on that big creep. And O'Malley, he's just trying to get also as much farm up as possible. These creeps do push in quite hard, but they do not have mega creeps yet. There's still a melee racks left. And Scant, what did he... Scant is going for his Maelstrom. He has his Maelstrom, he's going for his Mjolnir now. I don't think he wants to end before he gets it. Donnie is actually smoked up. Timbersaw decides to pick up a Dagon, so it's Dagon time. But anyway, Flares, Donnie, they go in. Donnie casts his he casts his Blade Mail and his Shiva's gone. He's actually going to drop. Stun coming on Flanks. Flanks has the Shallow Grave up, but he does not do anything. There's a huge though. 1 is dead from IFG side, 2 is dead from BVD side, and they actually managed to survive it. No. No, one more hit, 30 HP. Let's see, does he get it? Does he get it? I think he gets a stun, has 47 HP. 47 HP. Flares is running in, he wants to get the last hit, and he actually manages to get the throne of IFG. Huge plays coming out from IFG in the latter stages of this game. It was huge, I have to say. Well played, guys. It was so fun to cast. I will be seeing you guys next week in the DGL itself, and maybe as well for another couple more JOINDota League games. Thanks for watching me, and I really appreciate it. I'm going to plug myself again. .com/RidditZ. I need actually to know how to spell my name. RidditZdota.com. Follow me on Facebook, and I will let you know when I do cast again. Once again, thanks for following me, guys. It's been a pleasure to cast for you. Thank you, Nav Gaming TV, for allowing me to use your Twitch stream as well. And great stuff, guys. See you guys in the up and coming week.
Bravado, they kind of pushing on that A side now, trying to see if they can breach in. They got quite a lot of guys to contend with here. Zio getting the first pick off on Hackam. Does he get the second? Yes, he does. Good play here from Zio. Coming in with that P250. A very good play, but then sent. Taking out 2 and Black Poison with 1. Black Poison the only one to beat, and Trauma and Grims. Trauma trying to get that pick off on Black Poison there. We got a 2-on-1 situation here. Black Poison a very low HP, and he gets picked off. And easy going to the second half.
I'm Burning Red, and welcome to Nav Gaming TV.
Oh, Custom there with the pick off on Rachno. Now all of a sudden Bravado under a bit of pressure. Zio, it looks like it is a mid push here from the Bravado team. Sent the only one there. He gets the pick on and then gets picked off by Custom, with plays a very good deagle here. He gets a double with the deagle and goes for the scopeless and sorts EC out there 7-1.
How does one even do that?
I don't know.
That is unbelievable.
He's brilliant. He's brilliant.